Joining the desk now are Ric Bucher. You could have laughed while I was talking.
I was trying not to.
Bleacher Report's Ric Bucher, NBA champion Steven Jackson.
Which one of us is going to get a text from Rich Paul first?
Oh, my goodness. He compared LeBron to hot sauce. Oh, my goodness.
What a great public relations team. Rick, I'm going to start with you.
I hope it's Louisiana hot sauce.
Is the league rooting for LeBron and Magic to fail?
No doubt about it. Now, the league office, no. The rest of the teams in the league, absolutely. And it's, look, when it comes to tampering, when it comes to bending the rules, when it comes to recruiting players, the league would not function without it. Tampering happens. It has to happen. But what the Lakers have done is they've done it in a brazen, arrogant way. When you go on to TV talk shows and do it, when you let the world know that you're going out to dinner with Anthony Davis, who you just happen to want to play with, that's where teams go, it's too much. You're rubbing it in our face. And you know what? Just because you're the Lakers, you don't get everything you want. So they're in a difficult position where relationships are important, where you need people to do you a solid. No one wants to do a solid for the Lakers right now.
For me, I don't think it's so much LeBron James. They're rooting for LeBron James to fail. I think it's more isolated to Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka. Two guys who they feel like hold positions in upper management that they don't have the requirements or they haven't earned the right to sit at that seat.
Interrupt you, just briefly. No one in NBA circles, among NBA people, is more unqualified for their job in the minds of NBA people than Rich Paul. Continue.
I hear that, but you get agents and you get marketing teams and you put together all these other things with people who you feel like will best represent you and have your best interests at heart. So I'm not looking at that. When it comes to running an organization and what these teams are looking for, they don't respect a Rob Pelinka. I don't think general managers across the NBA are looking at Rob Pelinka saying, oh yeah, he should have got that job over me. And it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Like, LeBron James has won. He continues to win. He will continue to win. Magic Johnson has never won in this current position that he holds. Neither has Rob Pelinka. And I think that's where the biggest issue arises when it comes to upper management across the league.
Well, a lot of people want to see LeBron fail. They want to see Rich Paul fail. But how is he not qualified? He went to college and got a degree just like everybody else.
Who did?
Rich Paul.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. You have to have a degree to be an agent, right?
No.
You don't.
But you do have to be certified.
You have to be certified.
You have to get certified.
But you have to have certain type of qualifications to be an agent.
Listen, I know Rich, friendly with him. I'm not disrespecting his ability to be an agent. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you what other NBA people, agents, executives, what they think. He was handed this job simply because he's LeBron's friend.
Of course.
But you know what? You know what the bigger problem is?
Yeah.
That he's black, he's young, and they have all the control. All the players are going to him and LeBron. That's the problem. It's not because he was given the job. How many NBA coaches are given jobs? Luke Walton was given the job.
This is why I want you to watch the TV show Game of Thrones, and I know it's fictional, but it's about power. Anytime you're a disruptor and you seize power, the people that previously held that power are going to buck up against you. And it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, green, whatever.
Yes, it does. It does. If Rich Paul was white,
are you kidding?
Nobody would be saying he's young, black, with all the control. LeBron has all the control. People hate LeBron because he's changed the league.
I don't want to spin.
Players have more control.
Don't respond to the name I'm about to throw out. I just want you to understand. Donald Trump is white. He has seized power. Are you looking at what people are doing?
So now we can play.
No, I'm saying when you seize power, you create enemies, and people come at you. It's not simply a color thing.
Successful.
Yeah.
That's success. It's not just power. It's if anytime you get in the head, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Anytime you're ahead of anybody, it's just not power. It's success. It's anytime you're doing something that somebody can't do or not in the shoes to do, it becomes that.
It's not even that they can't do it. It's that they really wish they were the ones in position doing it.
Exactly.
Well, and they may not like the way that he's doing it because he's doing it in a very different way. But I will say this.
Who cares?
When it comes to Rich Paul.
It's getting done. The job's getting done.
Hey, Steve, for what we hear. You can get on the phone with some other agents, and they can cite you chapter and verse of guys that haven't been represented well by Clutch Sports.
But who are they to tell how it needs to be done? I was represented by Dan Fagan. Rest in peace, Dan Fagan. He did a lot of stuff that wasn't supposed to be done. But he still was considered a great agent. When guys wanted to get paid, Rick, who they signed with?
But again,
the first thing
LeBron
had for you.
I'm just speaking
LeBron
facts.
has so much power. You can't even talk about the other side. You can't talk about New Orleans Noel and the contract he's in and who's to blame for that.
Fair enough. But here's the thing. I look at the assist that LeBron James gave Rich Paul in starting this. But he's got Ben Simmons. He's got Anthony Davis. He's got Draymond Green.
Great friend.
He's got a tremendous number of other players that he's acquired. Now, people may not like the way that he's done it, but the fact of the matter is he has. and I can't ignore that, and I have to respect that.
And my point, I'm in agreement with you and to you to some degree. But when you seize that much power, trust me, they coming for your head regardless of what color you are. And this league, this is the problem I think the Lakers have in terms of fixing this. There are so many people not wanting Rich to continue to ascend, don't respect Rob Pelinka, don't respect Magic Johnson. And then you toss on the coaches that feel like, man, LeBron has set a tone here where we can't even coach anymore. Everybody dictates their own schedule, when they want to play, and oh, my God, the players are all smarter than all the coaches.
LeBron is smarter than some of them coaches. To be honest, he's smarter than Luke, but damn sure.
The only way this works and the reason why it's become problematic, and you can't really challenge it until right now because LeBron has now lost. He's not into playoffs. It's just that. He lost.
Sure.
He's not in the playoffs.
As long as he was successful, people went along with it because they were willing to sacrifice their control and power in order to get the ultimate achievement or goal. Since that's not happening, it changes. Now, the reason that it's so hard for them to accept it is because with what LeBron and Rich are doing, breaks the mold. It throws everything into chaos. Nobody else knows how to, and nobody else knows how to operate. And so, but look, if it's going to get us a championship, okay, I'll roll with it and I'll find a way. The second it doesn't, it's like, we got to get this up out of here because I need to get back to what I was doing.
So I'll ask this question. Who's under more pressure this offseason and moving forward, LeBron James or Magic Johnson?
Rob Pelinka.
No. Pelinka can walk. Magic can walk. LeBron James, this is part of his legacy, and he is at the heart of this. No one will wear a bigger mark if this is a failure than LeBron James.
I think Magic is more locked in than LeBron.
But Magic's got
more pressure on him?
He's more locked. He's more secure than LeBron.
So there's more pressure on LeBron?
There's more pressure on Magic. LeBron can go. I think they'll trade LeBron if it come down to it. Magic's going to be there. Magic's going to be there.
But his reputation, if this doesn't work out, whose reputation suffers the most?
Rob Pelinka.
Nah, he doesn't have a reputation in this.
He doesn't have a reputation.
You want to say that? You can't hurt Magic or LeBron's reputation.
No,
you can't.
See, I think
they're legends.
I'm with you on this. It's definitely LeBron because he's won with what most will say less talent than what he currently has right now. It looked different, and it fit him, the type of personnel that he put himself around, and that was put around him when he was in Cleveland and in Miami, and he won with that. Right now, it's looking as though he can't win with what he has, and there's been no sign that he's going to be able to attract what it's going to take to get him in position to win again.
Here's the other part, very quickly. When he was in Cleveland, the reason he couldn't get stars, in Cleveland, because it was Cleveland. And because he was always on a short-term deal and no one wanted to go to Cleveland and then be left holding the bag when LeBron decided, I need to get up out of here, right? He comes to L.A., he signs a long-term deal. He's in L.A. He's playing for a storied franchise in the Lakers, and he still can't get what he needs. Now, you begin to look at it, okay, maybe it wasn't Cleveland. Maybe it's playing with LeBron and the sacrifices I have to make as a star player is what the real issue is.
Spot-up shooter, Chris Bosh. Spot-up shooter, Kevin Love. Listen, the reason I say LeBron, man, we started out the year, and it was LeBron versus MJ. We're here in April, and people are now putting Kobe in the conversation.
He was in the conversation from the jump.
But with you and maybe a few others. But now it's like LeBron's status, I'm just telling, because I've said this for years, when he got to Miami, this dude is Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain left this league. He was the most talented guy to ever enter the league. LeBron has either succeeded him or he's number one now and Wilt's number two. The two most, they're quirky. LeBron's got 3 titles. To me, Wilt and LeBron are going to finish their careers with less titles than they should have and won't stand the test of time with the other guys that maxed out their talent. That's where LeBron's legacy's headed if he can't fix it.
Reason why I won't take a hit, because just like you're saying, keep that same energy. If they do get a player, things will change. But just remember, Space Jam's going to come out next year. If they don't make the playoffs, all those LeBron fans will still be in the movies, still be buying the shoes. So he would not take a hit. I guarantee he would not take a hit.
You know what? But that's
and that's just facts.
That's a different playing field. The business side of it, Jordan obviously has won 10 times over when it comes to that. As you guys said yesterday, you're still buying his shoes. Like, he's still relevant when it comes to that. LeBron might be able to win on the business end of things. He might become a movie mogul, right? But
a bad movie mogul, the Tyler Perry. Go ahead.
But this
Tyler Perry
downturn,
part 2.
Shout out Madea. I love Tyler Perry.
this downturn going out this way, where now you went to the Lakers, it's a double-edged sword. I honestly believe Kobe wanted him to come here to find out how hard it is to satisfy Laker Nation. LeBron is finding out how hard that is. I don't know about you guys, but when I walk into that building and I hear the crowd cheer for LeBron, it is a tepid applause.
It's not just the Lakers, though. It's the Western Conference.
I get that.
It's not the Lakers. It's the Western Conference.
But the Lakers
that's doing this to LeBron.
But Lakers Nation does not embrace LeBron.
Yeah, Steve, you played in San Antonio, Pacers.
I won a championship and they don't embrace me, so I feel that.
No, but again, the Lakers, the sense of entitlement here, when Jack Nicholson and Denzel and all them people are sitting courtside, they're not satisfied with. It has to be titles. Yeah. And damn near has to be multiple titles.
I agree.
And this whole and so the fan base that isn't Jack Nicholson, they mimic Jack Nicholson. This whole fan base will be disappointed if LeBron gets out of here without any titles. And they're already booing him. They're already chanting Kobe's name.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll ever reach Kobe level. The fans are going to always love Kobe more.
That's a failure.
That's not a failure. When you're born into an organization, it's different. Although Kobe wasn't drafted by the Lakers, but his career essentially started.
I bet you when Michael Jordan was in Washington, they wasn't cheering louder for Wes Unseld.
Absolutely.
You know what struck me? The quote by LeBron in talking about what has to happen this summer and what he needs. He's now saying, I need this to compete. Oh, wait. Compete? I thought we were winning titles here. I thought you were here to win a championship.
The narrative changed.
He's already dialing down or trying to dial down the expectation. You know what? It's too late. Laker Nation is expecting you came here. We expected a title. If we don't get one of those before you leave, then this will have been a disappointment in our eyes.